Cuando te veo, deseo tu cuerpo, más que tu tiempo. Y como te digo, no quiero ser amigos. Bésame un ratito, un ratito. Quiero estar contigo un poquito. Tu cuerpo y el mío pegadito.
Hi friends, I'm Juani and welcome to Juani's house and happy Cinco de Mayo, guys. Did you see me doing my dance, my mamba, my salsa in the beginning of this video? Well, I had to come on here and first wish you guys a happy Cinco de Mayo. Also, I wanted to let you know about today's video. In today's video, it is just Mr. B and I went to Aldi's, my favorite place. You know, I love Aldi's because it's not crowded. So we went into Aldi's, got some things, and I'm sharing with you how you can create your own restaurant feel for Cinco de Mayo, and we're making something that we always pick up when we go to our favorite restaurant, and that is Texas Fajitas. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a great Cinco de Mayo, even though you may be sheltered in place or you just might just be practicing social distancing all together. And but yeah, you can create this experience and do it out on your own patio, or you know, or bring it on the inside, put it down on the floor, go and eat at the living room table. That will be fun. So guys, I hope you enjoy this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. All right, so we just arrived back from Home Depot, and and we stopped by Aldi's. We also had to stop by the package store because we are going to have margaritas. We had a little bit of margarita mix left, but not a lot, so Mr. B had to go. He went by to get some. So I bought some refried beans. I bought this yellow rice from these are Aldi's. And so I've already wiped everything down. They had these eggs for 99 cents a piece. We have these pork sausages. Mr. B likes using these when he cooks breakfast in the morning. This time I bought some light sour cream. I did not see the Greek yogurt today, so we got this. This is what he picked up. So Jose Cuervo, blue agave, and then he got this margarita here. Now the other one that we have, it has the alcohol mixed in with it. So this one, yeah, it's gonna be all us. We got some wavy chips, and then this time instead of the sour cream and onion, I bought the cheddar sour cream. Those are some of my favorite chips, especially if you get a Snicker bar. Bought some more cranberry juice, 2 containers of the orange juice with no pulp, some shredded cheddar cheese, some flour tortillas, and then some donut shop coffee, and then I picked up the caramel cappuccino. And then we also got some mixed bell peppers for our fajitas tonight, and I got some bacon because we needed bacon. So yep, this is everything. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put this stuff up, and then we're gonna start our dinner. And so yeah, so we're having really Cinco de Mayo dinner on a Saturday night. One way to have your restaurant experience is to have a fabulous sous chef. Mr. B is here in the kitchen with me, and I have him doing all the slicing and the dicing of all of my vegetables that we're going to need. And so we are going to make the Texas Fajitas. When we go to our favorite restaurant, this is one of the items that we know we're going to get. And so it has your chicken breast in there, it has steak, it has mushrooms, and it has shrimp. And I'm also going to make some yellow rice on the side, and we're going to have some refried beans. So I have a little bit of olive oil, in the bottom of my pan, and so I have diced my chicken breast. I love white meat. I like thighs also, so if you want to put a little bit of thigh meat in there to give a contrast of flavors, you are welcome to do so. And so I have seasoned all of my meat with whatever seasons that I want to use, and then just stirring up my rice. And I'm going to add the yellow spice mix that's going to make our white rice yellow. So I think it's saffron. And so I'm stirring that, and then I'm going to simmer. So now I'm adding the beef. This was just some thin beef steaks, more like breakfast steaks that I sliced up. You didn't need many. I had 4 of them, sliced them up, because we have 3 different meats in here, so you don't need a lot of each. And so now that I'm stirring that up, and I had seasoned that as well, I'm gonna add my chopped garlic, and I'm going to stir that and just let all of the flavors meld together. Now I started cooking my chicken first because that is going to take the longest to cook, and then I added my bell pepper. So you can have red or green or yellow. You can have all the bell peppers if you want. And then I'm adding the onions. And these items I'm adding towards the end because I don't want them to be soggy. I want them to have a little bit of texture to them. And just like you would if you were to go to the restaurant, I wanted to have the same texture. I don't want anything to fall apart. And then I'm adding a little bit of my fajita mix here. I didn't use a lot because I had already seasoned my meat and I didn't want it to be salty. I really wanted to keep the integrity of the meat, and I wanted to make sure I'm cooking it so that my chicken will not be dry, nor will my beef. Then I'm adding mushrooms. And so when we go to the restaurants, we love this. We love this. Mr. B at one time wasn't a fan of mushrooms, but now he is. And then I've added my shrimp. These are medium-sized shrimp. And you see, I'm adding the shrimp and the mushrooms at the same time because I want them to cook at the same speed. I don't want my mushrooms to be soggy. I want them to have some texture and to kind of hold the shape. And I'm gonna turn down the flame on here so that the meat that's already cooked can pretty much steam the shrimp. So Mr. B has made us some margaritas, and he's taking them out here on the back patio. And so when we go to our favorite restaurant, we're typically gonna sit out on the patio or on the rooftop deck. And so I brought up my square plates, and this is how I plated everything. The little white bowls that I have the salsa and the sour cream in. I got those on discount, on clearance actually, from Pier 1. You guys, these are my glasses here. They're perfect colors. And I brought out my sort of like Mexican themed napkins. These are actually dishcloths that I use as napkins, and I think that it's a perfect contrast for sitting out here and we're having our Cinco de Mayo experience at home. Now the other thing that is always helpful is for you to have a little bit of help in the kitchen. The one thing that we try to do is to clean up the kitchen together. If I cook, he cleans, but since it was both of us today, we are just, helping out each other in the kitchen. And this also gives us some more together time. We get to talk about things. We're watching television right now, but this is our Mexican Cinco de Mayo experience, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that we aren't able to get out and go and congregate and fellowship with people, but we can still create memories with the ones we're home with. And sometimes it's great to just change the scenery, and that is what I've been trying to do. Instead of us sitting at the table at the breakfast bar or in front of the television, take it somewhere where there's no TV around and you can just chat it up, talk about whatever is going on. 9 times out of 10, we're talking about the news, but there's just so much more that you can kind of connect on. This also be a great time to play some board games if you have some board games to play, or put on some mariachi music in the background. That's one thing that I miss about California is riding down the street and you hearing the mariachi. So put on some type of Spanish music in the background, or a merengue or something, and get to moving. Do something different. I hope you guys enjoy your Cinco de Mayo, and I have encouraged you to create your own experience. And if you can, if you don't want to cook, some restaurants are open. Go and get something to go, bring it back home, take it out of the restaurant containers, put it into something pretty that's more or go along with your theme, and go ahead, have your dinner. But I just want to show you how to make our favorite Texas fajitas. Guys, they were delicious. And then there we had leftovers. So we had enough leftovers for lunch for another day, and I used some to make some fajita omelets for breakfast. You know your girl is gonna switch it up and put it in another meal, and if I can come up with another way, I will use it for that also, because it made a lot. It really did. And usually when we go to the restaurant, we always have some left over, and I would make a fajita omelet. Then we'll have some that we could split it up, and then he could take some for lunch and I could take some for lunch. So guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are new to Juani's house, I would love for you to subscribe. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell, so that you won't miss any of my upcoming uploads. Also guys, come on over and check me out over on my Instagram. You can find me over there at Juani's house, and just like it is here, hit that follow button, and then you will be in the know as to what is to come over here at Juani's house. So guys, I'm about to go, but before I do, you know what I always say: the next time you're in town, you can always stop by Juani's house, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a happy Cinco de Mayo, my friends. Bye-bye.